I'm going to be rebuilding the Baltimore Ravens, but with the new addition of Nate Wiggins, Tez Walker, TJ Tampa, and Rosengarten. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and or subscribe. Let's see if we can get 150 likes on this video. I would appreciate that. But I have actually already recorded this video. It just got completely corrupted. I've done one with Nate Wiggins, Tez Walker, yada, yada, yada. The entire video got corrupted and I just couldn't upload it, obviously. I had won 2 Super Bowls with the Ravens and Nate Wiggins. They were both back-to-back Super Bowls. It sucked that I got corrupted, but I'm going to try this again here. Obviously, for the overlook of the team, as a Ravens fan, first of all, I would like to mention I absolutely love what they did in the draft. Offensive tackle is a need. A lot of people don't really like taking offensive tackle in the first or second round because it's not a flashy pick. Personally, I loved it picking it up in the second round. A lot of people were like, oh, receiver, receiver, receiver. I really, really wanted Troy Franklin in the third round. Adise Isaac was still a need at edge rusher, so I'm cool with that. But either way, I'm really cool with Tez Walker. I mean, Rashad Bateman, hopefully he's good. We got him on a 2-year contract. He's super injury prone. And I know I'm biased with this. I know I usually say, look at a player for how he is. But I want him to succeed so bad. I know he's not standout when he's on the field, and he's not really on the field that often. But I really want him to succeed. And the fact that the Ravens gave him a 2-year contract whenever his contract was about to be a pending free agent, they really do believe in Bateman. They're trying to give him another chance. He just needs to be healthy. I really want to believe in him. But as of right now, how I see him as a player, he's just not reliable. Speaking of not reliable, Zay Flowers, I'm going to find you for fumbling on that 1-yard line. I'm going to find you, dude, all right? No, I'm kidding. But Dovontez Walker, well, Tez Walker was really good at North Carolina. Getting him in the 4th round, I think, was an absolute steal. Speaking of steals, getting TJ Tampa in the 4th round was an absolute robbery. Early day 2 guy falling to the 4th round. Amazing pick. Loved it by the Ravens. Getting TJ Tampa, Nate Wiggins, and we got also Adise Isaac. If I'm mispronouncing that, that's fine. But either way, the defense looks so clean for the Ravens. I'm fine with some of the pieces that we did lose. Losing Jadeveon Clowney after having a very nice season with the Ravens kind of blows. But Kyle Van Noy is not bad overall. Adise Isaac, I'm going to keep him as a second string. TJ Tampa, Nate Wiggins were a good pick. At first, I'm not going to lie, when I was watching the draft, I wasn't a fan of the Nate Wiggins pick because Cooper DeJean and Kool-Aid McKinstry were on the board, and I liked them better, but it makes complete sense why we chose Nate Wiggins because the Chiefs traded up for Xavier Worthy, who ran a 4.21. Nate Wiggins ran a 4.28, I believe, so I know that the Ravens know that they're going to have to play the Chiefs in the playoffs. They got to match that speed somehow, and they're going to be able to do that with Nate Wiggins. Specialist, this is what I got going on. Put Nate Wiggins in the slot because of his speed. Got TJ Tampa at the 2 there. We got Tez Walker in the slot. Bateman at the 2. Bateman's going to be playing wide receiver 2 here. Matabike at inside defensive tackle. And I know a lot of you probably noticed, oh, the Ravens play in a 4-3. Well, the Ravens play in a 3-4 and you're playing in a 4-3. I know in Madden it's better to do a 4-3, and honestly this looks a lot cleaner to me. It's much more organized, if that makes sense to some people. But anyways, the team looks so sick. Kyle Hamilton, I recently just got his jersey. I'm sure nobody cares, but I'm so hyped for this team in 2024, but I'm not going to be one of those corny fans who are like, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl because we got Derrick Henry and we got Tez Walker and Nate Wiggins. I'm not going to be one of those cornballs. I'm just excited for the season. And speaking of which, I'm excited for this Madden simulation. Let's move into the midseason mark. Hopefully this video doesn't get corrupted. At the midseason mark, we are 5-2 top of the division. Honestly, this seems like a realistic standing here. I know some Steelers fans are going to be like, oh my God, you don't know ball. The Steelers are going to be so good with a washed out Russell Wilson. I mean, he did solid last season, but he obviously is not as good as he used to be. And second string Justin Fields, and the Browns going 1-5 is solely because of Deshaun Watson. The rest of the Browns team is so good, but that contract is going to hold them down and just completely obliterate the Browns. Coming off a 29-0 beatdown against the Lions, like kind of like how the Ravens beat them down in real life. Breakout QB. I mean, our QB is already a 99 overall X Factor, so I don't even know why I'm looking at this. For the scouting national focus, I think I want to do offensive guard here, maybe more depth at defensive tackle. I mean, I already got Travis Jones, but Michael Pierce is getting old. I like TJ Tampa, Nate Wiggins, Marlon Humphrey. My free safeties are fine. Honestly, the team's set. I just need to win some games. I guess I'll do wide receiver because I don't think I'll be able to re-sign Rashad Bateman in Madden. Usually he is pretty good in Madden simulation, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to retain his contract. For the players that get to negotiate, Justin Matabike got a bag in real life. I don't know how much it was. I think it was around $20 million a year, so I'm just going to do the player-friendly 4-year. I don't know the exact offer. I'm just guessing here. He re-signs on that. He re-signed in real life. Michael Pierce, Malik Harrison, Nelson Aguilar got a 1-year deal, but I'm just using him for the 1 year. And then Nick Samick, he should not be on a 1-year contract because he was a rookie that we drafted. So I'm going to change this real quick. And for those guys saying, oh, well, why aren't the contracts adjusted? You can't adjust the contracts until you're in the franchise itself, which really blows because a lot of rookies' contracts end in 1 or 2 years sometimes. So you'll see them in free agency quite quickly because the AI doesn't have time to develop them. But I can't do anything about that. And same thing here with the position minimums. I just can't do anything. The AI just puts them in sometimes. But anyways, for everyone else, Rashad Bateman, Odafe away. I want to accept their options so that way I can keep them here as long as possible. I'm going to lose Michael Pierce and Malik Harrison, Nelson Aguilar, and the rest of these extras. But for now, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs coming off a huge beatdown to the Steelers, 42-10. I'm sure the Steelers fans are kind of just like, oh, the Steelers own the Ravens. This is an unrealistic rebuild. And wow, well, actually, it's perfectly realistic because the Steelers go 9-8 and Mike Tomlin gets to keep his winning record despite him not making the playoffs since 2016. Let's see if he made it here. Let's see if he just completely proves me wrong. Mike Tomlin, I mean, not makes the playoffs. I mean, hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. My bad. I'm sure his Steelers fans wrote me a 5-page essay, but they're here to face the Bills again. If they beat the Bills in a miracle, I'm sure they're going to get gas about it. But anyways, my team ranks are nuts. Stats and awards, Lamar looks like a league MVP, second in passing yards and in passing touchdowns, and he is your league MVP. Number 1 in passer rating. Pretty good for a running back. Best offense in the NFL, best defense in the NFL, 4,500 yards, 39 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 127 passer rating, your league MVP, Lamar Action Jackson. Yes, I'm a D1 Glazer. And then Derrick Henry, 1,700 yards, 5.3 average, 23 touchdowns. This isn't even a rebuild. It's going to be a total domination until Derrick Henry retires, because once your running back retires and they're an X factor, you're kind of screwed. You fumbled the ball once, doesn't really matter. Lamar with 7 rushing touchdowns as well. Would have over, I wouldn't say over 1,000 rushing yards, but I think it would be over at least 500. Justice Hill with 4 touchdowns as well. Receiving wise, Zay Flowers, 106 receptions, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. He is going to be superstar dev. Dovontez Walker, he could get rookie of the year here with 7 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Mark Andrews, almost 800 yards, 6 touchdowns. Rashad Bateman, 4 touchdowns, 700 yards. Not crazy, but I think I'll still accept his option because I don't really have another receiver. Some people may be saying, oh, well, you have Tez Walker. He's my receiver 3, but for right now, Roquan Smith, 109 tackles for a loss, 14 for Justin Madubuike, sacks, 20 for Kyle Van Noy. What? Kyle Van Noy gets 20. All right, cool. He gets superstar dev. Justin Madubuike with 13.5 sacks. That's maybe X factor. Odafe with 9 sacks, 12 tackles for a loss. This would be a nice breakout year for him. And then everyone else here is fine. 4 interceptions for Roquan Smith. Safeties on team. 2 for Justin Madubuike. 1 for Kyle Hamilton. Defensive touchdowns is 0. All of this just for us to lose in the divisional round. Who will we be playing in the divisional round? And will the Steelers win their game and Mike Tomlin finally get that monkey off his back? But we're going to be playing Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. The Steelers, wow, they don't win. I mean, it was a very close game. Very close game there, but Mike Tomlin refuses to win a game. But hey, guys, he's going to be your coach next year and the year after that because he's 9-8 and he's never had a losing season. Are you guys excited, Steelers fans, to get the 20th pick in each and every draft, never being able to draft a top QB and being 9-8 and being a first-round exit for the rest of your life because Mike Tomlin will never be fired because he's never had a losing season? But can we beat the New York Jets and Aaron Rodgers to move on to the conference championship? We do. 34-23, and we are back here for revenge against the Kansas City Chiefs. Please, Derrick Henry, this is why we got you, and Nate Wiggins, this is why we drafted you to stop Xavier Worthy. Please, let's make it happen. Here we are against the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to start out with a punt. We're going to start out with a punt. Now they're starting out 14-0. Now 14-7. Ravens got to make a comeback here. 14-14, tying it up. We had a huge run by Derrick Henry. Then we immediately turned the ball over. 21-21 at half. We open up the half with a punt. They're going to punt. We're going to punt. And then they're going to get 3 on the board. Offense, wake up. Wake up in this second half. You have to do something. Please. 21-27. I got to go down the field and make this happen. 1st and 10. They only got 3 defensive linemen on the field, so it's an easy lane for Derrick Henry. Gets the truck, keeps powering forward. Huge run. 3 minutes left. I need to keep running time off this clock, so I'm going to give it to Henry again. Great blocks up the field. He's getting these huge lanes. It doesn't even need to truck anyone, but he'll do it anyways. Another 1st and 10. We're across the 50. Derrick Henry is in the zone. He has freight train, so guess what? I'm going to start a screen here. It's going to be a great lane for him. Great blocks. up the field, keep powering forward. Derrick Henry pushed out of bounds. I want to keep the clock running, so that wasn't the best, but still another huge run. I'm just going to keep giving it to Henry at this point. 1st and 10, right back to our X factor. Henry, huge lane up the field, but you're going to lay down. What the hell? Literally forced me into the animation to stop going down. You literally see him hit the brakes, stop going, and then they pushed him into the end zone. If I lose because of that, I'm going to be so pissed. I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to be so mad if they get into field goal range. 1st and 10, yes, I'm sending a blitz immediately, and they're going to go to Kelsey. Amazing breakup from Marcus Williams. 3rd down 1, they have no protection in the backfield. Sending a blitz. What was that? That was weird. I think I might just have to start constantly sending blitzes. 1st and 10, gonna keep trying to put pressure on Mahomes. How does he complete that? I mean, the big hit from Kyle Hamilton's and there was pressure in his face. That's nuts that he got that off. What do we got? Patrick Mahomes to the outside. That was definitely pass interference, but I'll take it. 2nd and 10 from Mahomes. What do we got? To the outside once again. They're gonna get Kelsey. I'm gonna take a timeout here, and I'm gonna seriously start running like special teams on this because I need the ball back. I'm hoping the Chiefs are stupid enough to pass. They will pass. Get that touchdown. Yeah, take a freebie, AI. I should not have to be in this position because the AI forced me into a touchdown with Derrick Henry, but I'm going to be in it anyways. So I'm going to go down, make this happen, and actually finish the game. 1st and 10. What do we have? We have 2 timeouts left. Going to roll out. I'm actually going to take off here with Lamar up the field. You can push him out of bounds. That's fine. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. What are we going to have? Zay Flowers? No, Derrick Henry's going to be there for the bomb. For the bomb. Derrick Henry up the field. He's got a huge lane. We're going to take a timeout. 37 seconds left with 1 timeout. Game is tense. 1st and 10. What are we going to have? Derrick Henry on the check down. Get out of bounds. You got to get out of bounds. Keep powering forward. That's fine. Flag on the field. What's that going to be for? Is that going to be a late hit? Give me that late hit. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going to take that late hit on the Chiefs. It's going to be an easy 11. Well, we're on the 11 now, so that's going to be easy for us. I'm going to run this with Henry, dare I say it, because he has freight train. I could get in the end zone. I don't want to score too early. Oh, I can get in the end zone here. Just power forward. Get to the hurry up. Get to the line. Hurry up. 16 seconds left. Giving it to Henry. Power, power. We're going to take a timeout. 13 seconds left. And what am I going to do here? I'm not going to go back to Henry. I need to pass the ball. I think I am just going to cheese this with Lamar to the left side. I think I can easily do it. Nick Bolton's fast. Is he fast enough? Gets me to the 1. He knew it was coming. 1st and goal. 9 seconds left. We're going to throw it to Zay Flowers here. Can he get off on the edge is the question. Will they put a spy on me? They put a spy on me again. I think I have Zay Flowers, and they're going to get to me with the pressure. If he sacked me there, that would have been the game, but it's an incomplete pass. 2nd down and goal. Do they have a spy on me? They do. I'm going to dump it off to Henry, and it's going to be a touchdown. Derrick Henry with the touchdown. But don't worry, that's not it. You know damn well I'm not putting this thing in overtime. I'm going for 2. We're already starting out with an absolute banger in Season 1. Will they do a spy? I'm going to do the exact same thing again. They will do a spy. Waiting. Give it to Derrick Henry again. 2-point conversion is good. The Baltimore Ravens are going to be moving on to the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs, pack your bags, get out of here with that 3-peat BS. 36-35. I played my heart out in that game. It was total BS that the AI screwed me into getting that touchdown with Derrick Henry, but we are going to the Super Bowl, so that is what matters. Thriller game here in the AFC Conference Championship. Here to face the Philadelphia Eagles. I bet they're glad not to be facing off against the Chiefs. We got the Battle of the Birds here. Offensive upgrade. Zay Flowers gets Superstar Dev. Tez Walker doesn't go up to Superstar Dev, which is, I mean, he didn't, I don't know if it's Rookie of the Year, but 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns as a rookie is great. Surprised he didn't get a Dev up, but still, Zay Flowers gets Superstar Dev. Really, Matabike getting 13.5 sacks doesn't give me X Factor. Okay, come on. Kyle Van Noy gets 20 sacks, and you're like, the best we can do is start at. And realistically, this guy would actually be like an X Factor. He wouldn't be a 77 overall. If he had 20 sacks in a season, he would be a 90 overall superstar X Factor, but, you know, it's Madden, so we got to keep it that way. Malik Harrison goes up to Star Dev, and there are no other upgrades for the team. But let's see if the Baltimore Ravens can win in year number 1. This is their year. Let's see if they can beat the Eagles. Here we are against the Philadelphia Eagles. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with a punt. Not a good start for us. They're going to start with 14. But remember, in our last game, it was a 14-14 start, and we came back. Well, it was a 14-0 start. But 14-10 here for the Ravens. We're going to take the lead, 17-14. Defense locking up in the second half here, 17-17. Red zone alert, end game drive, 24-17. Game is on the line. Will Barkley and the Eagles clutch up? They, 1 minute 19 seconds. They will not. They turned over the ball Game is done. It is finished here. Actually, no, they didn't. We punted the ball back to them at the last second. They have no timeouts. I'm then gonna need to hop in here and finish this off. Run zone coverage so they can't bomb us deep. 1st and 10 for the Philadelphia Eagles. What are they gonna go to? To the outside, but he's not gonna get away. That's Michael Pierce with a sack, and he's had 5 tackles on the day. 42 seconds left. No timeouts. Switch to zone coverage, please. 2nd and 18. Obviously, this is gonna be play action. He's moving out downfield. That was an underthrown pass, but great breakup from the safeties and the defensive backs there. 3rd and 16. Call me crazy, but I'm sending a blitz here. I know they're passing. It's 3rd and 16. He won't have the time to get the ball out quickly. I'm there for the pressure, and who is that going to be on the outside? Trent Simpson, the other linebacker. 4th and 24, back up. Put some cushion over the top. He's not getting this. 14 seconds left. He's going to do that one Super Bowl pick. That didn't work out last time. Nate Wiggins with the great swat, and that will be the game. Great defense, putting them on a 4 and out there, and that will be the game. 24-17 as the Baltimore Ravens, I was about to say the Wavens, baby, but the Baltimore Ravens win the Super Bowl MVP with Nate Wiggins in his very first year. Imagine being a rookie, getting a Super Bowl ring in your first year like Trent McDuffie. That must have been so sick for him. But anyways, let's see who your Super Bowl MVP is. Your Super Bowl MVP is Lamar Jackson. Your league MVP is Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson gets the ring. Another year of Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry gets Offensive Player of the Year. Zay Flowers gets the Rookie of the Year in this simulation. The rookies are kind of like screwed up because you have the rookies from 2023 that are labeled as rookies and the new imported rookies. So it's kind of screwed up, but Zay Flowers gets it. Sure, superstar Dev. He had a great season regardless. In the AFC North, Russell Wilson just said nah, and then Cordero Patterson and Josh Johnson gets a ring for being a backup, so good for him. For the players ready to negotiate, Odafe and Rashad Bateman, I'm going to give them another chance. I mean, Odafe had 9 sacks for us for 14 tackles for a loss. He was great. Rashad Bateman, I just really want him to develop. I'm really praying for him. Malik Harrison, he probably wants a lot of money. Yeah, I'm just not going to do that. I know I'm going to have a lot of pending contracts with Odafe coming up, and Rashad Bateman, if I do plan to pay for him. Nelson Aguilar is going to walk. Michael Pierce, if I have $24 million, this is going to be a hefty contract for 1 year, but it's just for 1 more year. $5.8 million to spend in free agency. Obviously, I'm going to save that for the future of my team because I know I have a lot of pending contracts coming up. So I'm going to skip out on free agency and just move into the draft. Clayton Powers here, he looks pretty nice. I don't understand how you're 5'8", 190 with elite acceleration, but only decent speed. Ran a 4.48. Elite acceleration, elite agility, elite change direction, skills, F medium route, F release. I'm not liking that. The guy I was looking at was Frank Ryans here out of Miami, 6'1", 202. Now, the problem that I have with the receiver, by the way, Frank Ryans is 20 years old, so I love that. But the problem that I have here with the receiver is if Rashad Bateman puts over 1,000 yards, I'm going to give him a contract. If he doesn't, then I'm not going to pay a receiver who isn't performing exceptionally great money that I don't have. Why would I pay a receiver money that I don't have for this franchise? So Frank Ryans may be the pick here, but if Rashad Bateman ends up working out and I pay him a contract, this will be kind of a waste of a pick. Either way, Frank Ryans, he's not entirely amazing, but he does have good skills. I was about to say do have good skills. Everyone else, I just see a bunch of Fs on the board. This guy's pretty balanced. Clay Barnett, 3rd or 4th round, 6'7", 224, poor speed, 4.58, great jumping at 6'7", I would hope so. Really good skills, actually. I'm gonna pick that guy in the 3rd round if he's still there. Might be tempted to do that, but I think for now, Frank Ryans is gonna be the guy. He has hidden dev. I'm at pick 32, projected 2nd to 3rd rounder. 89 speed, 94 acceleration. Not too fast, but the 94 acceleration makes up for his 89 speed. B catching, B spec catch, B short route, B deep route. Very well balanced to replace Rashad Bateman if he doesn't pan out. Now, Clay Barnett is still here at the end of the 2nd round. I don't think he's going to be here at the end of the 3rd round. Poor speed. I don't think he's going to have a dev, but I'm not going to take him just because I don't need a receiver 4, and he would be a receiver 5 if Rashad Bateman didn't work out. So I think I'm going to pass on him, but if he isn't there in the 3rd round, if he is there in the 3rd round, I'm just going to take him just for shits and giggles. But for right now, I'm going to pick up an offensive guard, something we need to fill in on the offensive line. Elites across the board, A's and B's. He looks great. Daryl Nance out of Mississippi State, 92 strength as a rookie is great. 6'3", 228. Hidden dev is the important thing, and of course, A's and B's across the board. And the 6'7" receiver is gone, as I guessed. Clay Barnett, pick 24 to the Niners as if they need another receiver. 72 overall, 84 speed. Obviously, that's poor. But does he have hidden dev is the question. Hidden dev. I knew it, bro. 84 speed, 91 acceleration. This doesn't look like a bad pick. He's a 72 overall, Definitely not the worst here. Just want to see. I'm just curious. What is he? Okay, star. That's not bad, but for a 3rd round pick, that looks pretty nice. He fell all the way to 24. Maybe I should have traded up for him. Either way, I don't need him as a receiver. He just looked like a sick prospect, being at 6'7", 72 overall with star dev. Year number 2 of the quote-unquote rebuild, more like trying to build a dynasty. Nance here is a 74 overall. He's pushed over to right guard because I guess I have Jones here at left guard. I'm actually going to move Josh Jones to right guard. And boom, bam, that is fixed. I'm going to move Ryans. He's a 75 overall for a 2nd round pick. Well, late 1st round pick at pick 32, projected 2nd to 3rd rounder. That's actually a pretty nice pickup. Deontay Hardy's more of a punt returner than an actual receiver for us. Defensively, looking at it, I'm going to move Trent Simpson to left outside linebacker. Now I'm missing depth at middle linebacker, but it is what it is for now. Banyard, who did he get drafted by? He wasn't drafted by the Ravens. Craig Banyard out of West Virginia. I'm sure he was signed as a free agent. AIs tend to cut a lot of the free agents out in year number 1 for some reason. Adesai Isaac, I want him to do good, but at the same time, I'm not going to start him over Kyle Van Noy at 20 sacks. By the way, the game's like, yeah, you had 20 sacks, but how about -2 overall? That makes no sense. -2 overall, no dev up, 75 overall. In real life, that would be like 90 overall X Factor. And in the game, they're like, no, we're not doing that. But anyways, let's see if we can go back-to-back Super Bowl runs and be corny as the Chiefs and be like, oh, we're going for a 3-peat, guys. We stopped that here in this video. I know, Lamar Jackson saved the NFL as he's a 99 overall superstar X Factor. Let's get into the midseason mark for year number 2. 5-1 top of the division. We were 5-2 last time, so improvement, guys. I mean, our team ranks. Our offensive rushing game is 29th, but it's fine. We're in a passing focus scheme. I know it's like, oh, you're in passing scheme with Derrick Henry. Trust me, the Dallas offense wins plenty of games, as you can see here. For the scouting national focus, I think I'm good on receiver. I'm honestly good on a lot of things. I think I'll just do depth for defensive tackle, because why not? For the players ready to negotiate, I have negative 15 million. I don't even know how that works. I think Lamar's contract is backloaded. That's why it's doing that. So Michael Pierce is going to walk. Brandon Stevens is going to walk. I really wouldn't mind an 80 overall safety as depth, especially when he's only asking $3 million a year. That would have been a steal to get him at that price. Deontay Hardy, Justice Hill, Josh Jones, Tylan Wallace, all these guys I don't really want. Patrick Ricard, yeah, he's useful in real life, but in Madden, not so much. Kyle Hamilton, Tyler Linderbaum, of course, I'm going to accept their options. Losing Brandon Stevens whenever he's that cheap, I would love to have him as a second string safety. Is there anyone else stealing money on my team that I just don't know about? Let's see what we got. Humphrey, Lamar, Stanley, all these guys are important. Dang, Tucker's getting paid more than Rashad Bateman, Odafe Away. I mean, I guess they're on rookie contracts, but still, they're on fifth-year options in Madden, but anyone else here that really doesn't deserve to be here? No, I think everyone's worth their price, really, so I'm not even going to worry about it. I guess we're going to lose Brandon Stevens. I don't want to make too much of a fuss about a second-string safety, but whenever he's that cheap, I would have really liked him. But for now, let's move into the playoffs. 13-4 top of the division, first-round bye. I literally changed nothing with my passing defense, and suddenly they're 24th in the league for no reason. Steelers being 3-14. Well, that's Mike Tomlin's career. It's over. Stats and awards, Lamar had another great season. 7th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, sure, bud. I do nothing to my defense, but all right. Lamar is the runner-up for league MVP this year. Madden makes no sense. Lamar, 4,200 yards, 35 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions, 119 pass rating, amazing year, along with an additional 7 rushing touchdowns. Derrick Henry, 13 touchdowns, 4.5 per carry, 1,200 yards, still a great year, and he didn't even get 300 touches. Feed this man the ball more than you did. I didn't even change anything. Dovontez Walker, well, Tez Walker here, I'm just going to call him Tez Walker. I know it's Dovontez, but Dovontez, whatever. Anyways, 96 receptions, 1,100 yards, 11 touchdowns. That's superstar dev. Zay Flowers, similar season, 2 yards off actually, but less receptions than him. So I guess he did more with the ball in his hands after the catch. Rashad Bateman, this is close, dude. This is close to what I wanted. 5 touchdowns, 900 yards. I don't have to technically pay him yet. Do I? Didn't see his pending contract, even though I accepted his 5th-year option, so he should have been pending by now. But it's his 4th year, so I guess I'll have to pay him in the next season. But man, I really want to be on his side here. I just don't have the money to dish out his contract. He has 5 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards, but I don't have the money to dish out his contract. I think I will let him walk whenever his contract comes up because I did draft the receiver in the 1st round. Defensively, Roquan Smith, 113 tackles for a loss, 16 for Justin Madubuike, sacks, 11 for Kyle Van Noy. He continues to ball for us. 10 for Justin Madubuike, 9 for Odafe Away, 4.5 for Michael Pierce. I don't think we're going to be able to see a lot of Adesai Isaac, or Adesai Isaac, however you say it, whenever Kyle Van Noy is actually balling this late in his career. Brandon Stevens and Marlon Humphrey both were 3 interceptions. Brandon Stevens was a backup safety. Maybe he's playing in the slot. Defensive touchdowns 1 for Trent Simpson. Maybe my specialists aren't aligned correctly, but I'm going to move into the divisional round. If we're winning games and I have the first round bye, I'm not going to force anything with the specialist. But anyways, can we beat the Dolphins and Tyreek Hill to move on to the conference championship? We do. 38-28 here to face the 83 overall Chargers. We're 9 overalls higher than them. Let's see if Justin Herbert can carry Lad McConkey and Quentin Johnston to a Super Bowl win. Here we are against the Chargers. They're going to open up with a punt. We're going to respond with 7. Nice start for us. They're going to punt again, 3 and out. We're going to respond 14-0. Herbert is struggling. 17-0 3-score game. 17-7 here. Back to a 3-score game. Back to a, no, I was going to say back to a 2-score game. This game's over, dude. 31-10 against the Chargers is going to be your final score as we are going back-to-back Super Bowls. Lamar Jackson is going to take down Justin Herbert. Here we are in the Super Bowl against the Madden sim gods. If it's not the Cowboys, the Chiefs, you're screwed. I mean, the Ravens are pretty good in simulation, but it's almost impossible to beat the Cowboys, the Chiefs in simulation. Chiefs is understandable. Cowboys, not so much, especially in the playoffs. Dovontez Walker, if you want to cry in the comments, you're cheating. No, I'm being realistic. He had a great rookie season. He just had almost 100 receptions, 1,100 yards, double-digit touchdowns. He's getting superstar dev. Ryans, we don't know his dev yet, but that's fine. Nance has star dev. Tyler Linderbaum goes up to superstar dev. That's rare for linemen. Kyle Van Noy, I'm surprised that Madubuike gets 10 sacks and then Van Noy gets 1 more than him. And they're just like, nah, the best we can do is -2 overall. I'm not going to give him X Factor, even though he deserved it after his first season of getting 20 sacks. Still, he's balling for us. Adesai Isaac, sorry, you're just going to be on the bench. I don't even know how much longer Kyle Van Noy's contract is supposed to last here in Madden, but any other upgrades for the team, just Justin Madubuike to X Factor, that's fine with me. Also, Brandon Stevens gets star dev. I really would have loved to sign his contract while it was only $3 million a year. I can't even sign it anyways. But anyways, let's see if we can go back-to-back against the Dallas Cowboys. So I don't think I'm going to hop into this one unless like it's really, really close. For the most part, I'm just going to let the AI play it out because we already won a Super Bowl, and I'm cool if we go back-to-back here. It looks like we might actually. Defense is holding strong, as I say that, of course. Cowboys score a touchdown, and they're really choking in the fourth quarter. What is my defense doing? I might just have to run this out, and as soon as I say play key moments, it's 3rd down. Instead of putting me in the game, they punt the ball. And then, okay, thank you, game. Great. Massive run. Why are the Cowboys possibly running the ball with 2 minutes left in the game? And they're just like, yeah, sure, why not? Just massive touchdown because the AI thinks they're gods in the fourth quarter. What is that? 1st and 10 after total BS. Oh, Mark Andrews on that cut was nasty. Move up field. Mark Andrews on the tight end attack. The most cheesy play in the game. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. We got an obvious play action here. To the outside. Do I just take off with Lamar? Derrick Henry, block, dude. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. What do we have? Can I roll out against Micah Parsons? I can. This is going to be a huge lane for Lamar. Get to the boundary. 1st and 10. Out of bounds. Still with 3 timeouts left. 1st and 10. What are we going to have? Is it going to be Likely up the field? Isaiah Likely right over the head of... Is that DeMar Overshown? I think it is. 1st and goal. I'm not taking the timeout here. I'm going to run this down their throat with Derrick Henry. Run this halfback dive. 19 seconds left. Power up the middle. Derrick Henry with the power. Powers forward in the end zone. 15 seconds left, and we are going to take a 4-point lead against the Cowboys. They have 12 seconds, and they're not going to do anything. Your Baltimore Ravens are back-to-back Super Bowl champions as we are building a dynasty here in Baltimore. I'm sure we're now going to be as corny as the Chiefs, and we're going to be like, oh, we're going for the 3-peat, guys. We're going for the 3-peat. And then, out of nowhere, Lamar Jackson is going to have a brother, and he's going to start doing a bunch of gay shit. But anyways, does that ring a bell? Jackson Mahomes. But anyways, let's move in to the Super Bowl MVP. Your Super Bowl MVP, once again, is Lamar Jackson after having only 1 touchdown, but that's fine. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. I mean, Super Bowl champion here. Should have got back-to-back, but it's fine. Any other awards here for the Ravens? Unfortunately, no. In the AFC North, Cam Hayward is sick and tired of being 9-8, so he went 3-14 and then just dipped. Negative $8.1 million. I'm really bummed about Brandon Stevens. I know it's like, oh, you're stressing about a second-string free safety who led the team in interceptions. Michael Pierce is going to walk on us, and I really wanted Brandon Stevens, if you could not tell already. Patrick Card is leaving as well, but Kyle Hamilton, Tyler Linderbaum, I'm going to accept the options. This is why I didn't want to participate in free agency in the other years. Not like I could anyways. But anyways, let's move into the year number 3, and this is usually the year where Derrick Henry retires and everything goes downhill, but let's move into the draft. Perry Ellington out of North Carolina here. It's the end of the first round at pick 32. I know it's round 3 to 4 projection. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, it's a reach. Elite speed, great acceleration, solid strength, A's and B's across the board. I think I'm going to take him. I mean, we just lost Michael Pierce. I'm going to pull the trigger on this. Hidden Dev, 86 strength, balanced athleticism, 6'3", 302, out of North Carolina, of course. Great skills, A hit power, A finesse, A play rec, B awareness, and B tackle. He looks great, even though it was a reach. So obviously, it's not about rebuilding the team. It's about maintaining the team. I need to replace Brandon Stevens. Quincy Hughes here, B hit power, B tackle, B pursuit, B catching, very balanced, 6'1", 223 out of Syracuse. Run support, elite strength, solid speed. I mean, he's nothing crazy, but for a late second round pick at pick 32, normal dev, it was the same thing as Brandon Stevens until he got upgraded, but not a bad pick. We got Kendrick Lamar's son here, Clayton Duckworth, 5'9", man-to-man, 191. His press sucks, but elite acceleration, elite agility, decent speed. I mean, decent speed, I would consider it poor considering your father can't release an album within every year. He's like, I'll release an album maybe next decade. Clayton Duckworth, why not for the memes? Normal dev here out of California, 5'9", 191, 89 speed, 94 acceleration, A catching, F press, B man coverage. Doesn't look horrible, but sure, nice step. This is the team, year number 3. Usually Derrick Henry retires in the season, so Tez Walker's a superstar. Ryan actually is a star dev, so he's going to replace Bateman because I won't be able to sign his contract. Maybe he gets 1,000 yards this season, but still, I'm in negative cap debt here, so I don't think I will be able to. Lamar Jackson is up to 101 overall, so that's sick. Defensively, we got Matabike at a 95 overall with his XP point. Ellington, even though it was a third-round pick, 73 overall. That's nice depth replacement as Jones moves to the 2. So even though he was a third-round pick, I mean a third-round projection as a first-round pick, he's going to be a third string here. And I'm just so tempted to start Adesai Isaac because I want to see him succeed. But if Kyle Van Noy keeps giving me double-digit sacks, like, again, they're like 11 sacks on the season. Best we can do, -2 overall. Oh, well, you should just lower their regression. Well, then other players who are actually bad won't regress because that applies to the entire league. I can't just cheese it to where it applies just to me. Just EA needs to take their billion-dollar game and really brainstorm on what they're doing. Walker, we're going to move to the 1. Zay Flowers shouldn't be my slot. Anyone else other than Henry getting reps is crazy. Keaton Mitchell's not getting it. TJ Tampa's in the slot. Love the team that we got so far. Year number 3, let's try and go for our three-peat, the cringy Chiefs fans three-peat, and move into the midseason mark. And I lost Brandon Stevens and Michael Pierce and my fullback, and my team ranks just blow now, for no reason. Thank you, EA. Oh, well, Derrick Henry regressed to an 89 overall. He's still an X factor. I mean, I really don't need much else with the team. Sure, depth at middle linebacker. Mark Andrews, he's a 99 X factor. Do I want to pay a tight end who's not giving me 1,000 receiving yards? Yes, if you move into the Kansas City playbook, he'll get more targets. Do I want to pay a tight end who's not even giving me 1,000 yards, $17 million a year? I don't know. Maybe that's a tag and trade option because I got Isaiah Likely. Rashad Bateman, I already gave my 2 cents on this. I'm sorry. I love you in real life, but I can't do this anymore. Odafe, I'm going to have to wait till the end of the season to see how he does. Derrick Henry, I need you back. Running backs are super important for simulation. He re-signs on a 2-year contract with us, despite his regression. Ronnie Stanley, I want back, but is it worth it to pay you $23 million whenever that's all the money I have left and it's not even enough to pay you? I might have to take Isaiah Likely, and then I'm going to have to tag and trade Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman. Oh my God, I'm going to have to take Isaiah Likely, re-sign Odafe, and then tag Mark Andrews, let Rashad Bateman, Ronnie Stanley, Travis Jones, David Ajabo, Keaton Mitchell, Jalen Moore Davis, and the rest of the extras walk. I mean, Calvin Noy's been balling for us, but I can't even take him. What's his contract? This is so cheap. I could take that as well. That might not even be a bad move. Jordan Stout, I can't afford even to give my punter money. I'm just going to have to draft one at this point. So, team's downfall is coming. We're going to have to pay too many players. Anyways, let's move into the playoffs and just thug it out. Here we are in the playoffs, a wild card this time, 12-5, top of the division. Who's going to take the 1 seed? The Chiefs. Okay, makes sense. I mean, we are the 2 seed. I'm fine with that. Here to face the 9-8, 7 seed Jets in the playoffs, coming off a Week 18 win, 21-10 against the Packers. Stats and awards: Lamar Jackson, another top 10 QB season, probably top 3 realistically. 6th best offense, 14th best defense. Lamar is top 4 for league MVP, behind Dak. Sure, bud. Lamar, 4,300 yards, 35 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. He's been doing really nice with those interceptions. 112 pass rating, great season. Derrick Henry, 18 touchdowns, but only 4.0 per carry. That's still not bad, but for an X factor, you can tell he went from over 5 a carry to 4.5 a carry to now 4 flat. He is regressing, but still another great season from him. 1,200 yards. Lamar Jackson with 4 rushing touchdowns as well. Zay Flowers, 104 receptions, 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's just producing this like consistently now. He deserves X factor. Mark Andrews, This was his best season yet. 92 receptions, 900 yards, 8 touchdowns. But it's like, I can't pay you $17 million a year. I think I need to value maintaining the rest of the team and then signing Isaiah Likely. Dovontez Walker with 6 touchdowns, 900 yards. Bateman, I just can't re-sign you when you're producing these numbers. Like, it's not even close, dude. I really love you in real life, and hopefully you can even get to this point in real life because you're so injury prone that it probably won't get to this point, but I'm sorry. He's going to have to go. Defensively, what do we got? Roquan with 114 tackles for a loss. 17 for Kyle Van Noy. 17 sacks. Kyle Van Noy is a baller, dude. Why is he so good? Why is he so good, dude? It's crazy that he's putting up these numbers and his player tag is still bridge player. He's getting X Factor and I'm boosting his overall. I don't care what anyone says. Realistically, he would be a 90 overall. At this point, I'm going to boost him to like an 85. Justin Madubuike, 10.5 sacks. Odafe Away, 5 sacks. I'm going to sign Kyle Van Noy and boost his overall. The dude is balling at a 73 overall. I don't know how. 4 interceptions for TJ Tampa. He's balling. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Adise Isaac will forever just be a second string player because Kyle Van Noy randomly revived his career. Can we beat the Jets in year number 3? We do not. Here's the fall off. Anyways, we have number 1 defense in points per game, number 2 in offensive points per game, and we just lost to a 7 seed. It's a Ravens thing to do. Let's move into the offseason. And the Eagles finally come back here after 3 Super Bowl attempts. They finally win one, and Joey B loses another one here, 35-34. Looks like the Bengals went for 2 and didn't get it. Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the another league MVP. And there are no awards here for the Ravens. In the AFC North, Jimmy Ward retires on the Steelers, and Kyle Van Noy, dude, just as I was about to boost you, you were a baller, dude. I'm sure you're happy with your rings, but man, he was balling for us for absolutely no reason. For the team upgrades, Lamar Jackson is 103 overall. Zay Flowers, I'm going to give him Superstar X Factor. I know there's always the you're cheating people, but realistically, we're being real here. 100 receptions, consistently over 1,100 yards each season. He had 1,300 yards, and then he had 11 touchdowns this year. He's a baller for the team. No other upgrades on offense. Defensively, what do we got? It looks honestly the exact same. Adise Isaac is finally going to get a chance in year number 4. Sorry, bud, but it is what it is. I never looked at his overall. He was a 71, but I guess he progressed. Wasn't that good of a pick in the second round, but let's move into the re-signings with basically no money. And we only have 7.6 million. How did we go from 30 million to 7.6 million? How does that make any sense at all, dude? That's all right. I didn't even sign anyone, and they're just like, nope, you don't get any money. Zay Flowers, I'll accept that option. Odafe Away, he got me 5 sacks, but it's like I kind of need him on the team. Rashad Bateman's a no. Mark Andrews, I want to tag and trade. Ronnie Stanley, I just can't. Travis Jones, I can't. I'll probably sign Isaiah Likely if I'm being real here, and my entire team is about to walk. It's going to be terrible, dude. I think I'm going to sign Isaiah Likely, and then I'm going to finesse Mark Andrews' contract, do the team friendly, dump his contract, so that way he doesn't want to play for the team. And with that, he doesn't want to play for the team. I'm going to tag and trade him so that way I can get some type of value out of him. Isaiah Likely, I'm going to keep on the team. 3-year deal. He re-signs. Going to tag Mark Andrews. We're losing Rashad Bateman, but I already have his replacement. Odafe Away is gone. I don't have a replacement. I also lost Kyle Van Noy. I'm losing my left tackle. I'm losing my second string defensive tackle. I'm losing Ojabo, who is a depth edge. Now it's just going to be Adise Isaac now that Kyle Van Noy and Odafe Away and Ojabo are leaving. So Adise Isaac didn't get a chance before, but now he's getting it all up to him. It's all up to him to do it for us. So let's move into the draft. I hate math and Madden. 18.6 million cap room for Mark Andrews. I have 18 million. So if you add 18.6 million, I would have 600,000, right? Nope. 8.7 million. I can't trade Mark Andrews, and I just signed Isaiah Likely for nothing. Thank you, EA. Great game you've made here, and I can't even really trade anyone else. Justin Madubuike, I'm not trading. Not trading Marlon Humphrey. Not trading any of these guys. Marcus Williams, that's a fat contract, but it's like I only have 5 million left. There's no point in trading him. I'm just going to move Isaiah Likely to receiver, I guess. Isaiah Likely is a 69 overall, 4th string receivers. And as you guys know, 4th string receivers don't do anything in Madden. So I just signed a 2nd string tight end for absolutely no reason. I'm in negative cap room here. And basically, my offense isn't entirely gone. I need a new left tackle. And my receivers are honestly fine where they're at. Derrick Henry has regressed so far. He's an 84 overall without the boost. Defensively, I need an edge rusher. I need a new defensive tackle. It's not horrible, but obviously losing a bunch of those guys after having 30 million, then suddenly having nothing, it's kind of crazy. Let's move into the draft for the 4th and final year. Not gonna lie, this edge rusher class completely blows, dude. Parker Ward just seems like the best one here, and he's like poor change of direction, good speed, great acceleration, F zone coverage, B power moves, C awareness. The other guys, like this guy is terrible out of West Georgia, Mac Fenton. Sure, poor acceleration, A finesse moves, A injury, but it's like, I don't want poor acceleration on my team. That just doesn't appeal to me. And then the left end here, or the right end, I mean the right ends don't even, left ends don't even exist. I'm in the first round, 3 to 4 is the next best guy. And then this right end is clearly a defensive tackle built for a 3-4 defense, 6'5", almost 300 pounds, elite strength. These guys totally blow, and I don't think I'm going to reach on a guy that I don't need. So I think I'm just going to pick a left tackle in the first round, Rashad Britton, 6'7", 320 out of Wisconsin. He has poor strength, which really sucks. Now I'm considering not taking him. He has the skills. Screw it. It's the final year. Hidden dev, strength being 80, and then him just not being athletic at all. I mean, being 71 acceleration for being 6'7", 320 is nice, but still, his skills are what matter. He's going to replace Ronnie Stanley. In round number 2, Parker Ward is still here. I'm just going to take him since I need an edge rusher. Normal dev, to be expected. That's fine. In round number 3, picking up middle linebacker Clayton Hoffman out of Florida State, 6'3", 234, hidden dev, 90 speed, 90 acceleration is great. A hit power, A awareness, very athletic. He looks nice. Now this is the team moving into the 4th and final year. Britton is a 73 overall with the boost. Offense still looks really nice. Lamar is a 103 overall. Sure, I mean, team still overall looks good, I say. Hoffman, Grimes is, was this the guy out of, yeah, no, he's out of Purdue. Where was the other guy? Warden or something like that? I don't remember his last name. Yeah, Ward here, 64 overall. That dude blows. So we're going to keep Washington at the edge here. Adise Isaac, he's got to carry us. I mean, Matabike is going to be on the line too, but in terms of edge rusher, Adise Isaac's going to have to do it. Specialist-wise, Henry's going to get all the reps, of course. This team's like, we're going to put Ryans in the slot because Flowers is the 1. Isaac, of course, I'm going to finally give you your chance. Trent Simpson is going to have to rush off the edge, apparently, because I don't have anyone else. Still a 90 overall team, but I don't have the money to keep the team together. This is definitely Derrick Henry's last season. Let's see how we do and move into the playoffs for the 4th and final year. 13-4, top of the division, here to face the 10-7 division rivals, the Cincinnati Bengals, coming off a 28-7 win against CJ Stroud and the Texans. So the team ranks look nice, 3rd in points per game for the defense and 7th in offensive points per game. Stats and awards, Lamar looks almost like another MVP here. Yep, 3rd league MVP, well actually 2nd league MVP in the rebuild, 1 in the first year, 1 in the last year. 9th best offense, 10th best defense, top 10 in both is nice. 4,400 yards, 38 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. He is very, very clean with the ball, and then 125 pass rating is amazing. Derrick Henry, 13 touchdowns. Finally below 4.0 per carry, but still 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Not a horrible season, but Derrick Henry is, of course, on the downtrend. Zay Flowers, 108 receptions, 1,400 yards, almost 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns. Amazing year from him. Tez Walker, 4 touchdowns, 900 yards. Andrews, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. And Frank Ryan's 10 touchdowns, 800 yards. Defensively, Roquan Smith, 140 tackles for a loss, 14 for Adise Isaac, and 7.5 sacks from Perry Ellington, the defensive tackle, the 2nd string, with 9.5 sacks. He wasn't even playing on the edge or as the rush defensive tackle. I guess he's just balling. He's doing better than Matabike. I don't know how. He has more tackles for a loss, and more sacks. I don't know how, but Adise Isaac seems solid. He's in his final year of his contract, though. Roquan with 3 interceptions, safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. For the 4th and final year, can we get a playoff win, or do we just go back-to-back Super Bowls then fall off a cliff? We actually get a win here, 28-27. Can we beat the 12-5 Buffalo Bills, stopping Josh Allen in the playoffs once again to move on to the conference championship? We do. You have to face the 15-2 Kansas City Chiefs to potentially move on to our 3rd Super Bowl. Here we are against the Chiefs, opening up with 7 points. They're not going to do anything. 14-0 start, punt after punt there, 14-3. Defense holding strong here against the Chiefs, 24-3 at halftime, opening up the half with another 7, humiliating the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium here. They make a little bit of a comeback, but it's not going to be good enough here as we're going to finish off the game 41-24 as your Baltimore Ravens are going on a run after losing the wild card round last year. 3 Super Bowls in 4 years. And despite our team losing so many key starters, we are here to face the 13-4 Dallas Cowboys to potentially win our 3rd Super Bowl. But this time, we don't have our left tackle in Ronnie Stanley. We don't have our GOAT, Kyle Van Noy. We don't have Odafe Away. We don't have David Ajabo. We don't have Malik Harrison, who I think we got rid of actually in the first year. But still, we've lost a lot of our players, but we are still here as a franchise in year number 4 after losing so many players. You could argue the previous year was better, but Britton is up to an 80 overall as he has started at. Zay Flowers is a 99 overall, which is amazing. Lamar is 104 overall with his XP. Hoffman is a superstar dev. That's sick. And then anyone else here? I mean, Ellington, he led the team in sacks and didn't get star dev, which is surprising, but still. Despite us having next to no edge rushers other than Adise Isaac, we're still here in the Super Bowl, which is super surprising. Yeah, I know, I'm so punny. I didn't even mean to do that. But anyways, 92 overall Ravens versus the 89 overall Cowboys. The Cowboys have Dameon Pierce with superstar X Factor. I can actually see Dameon Pierce going to the Cowboys in real life. But anyways, let's see if we can win our 3rd Super Bowl for the 4th and final season. Here we are against the Cowboys. They're going to open up with 7. We're going to respond with 7. End of the first quarter, 7-7, 14-7 as we take our first lead here. Actually, no, we took our first lead with the first touchdown. But either way, 21-10 against the Cowboys. I can't believe I already forgot that. 21-13. Don't choke this. 24-13, 24-16. They're going to choke. They're going to choke. I know they're going to choke. They're going to allow a touchdown and 8 points. Yeah, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? I'm going to hop in here for the 4th and final year and claim our Super Bowl victory. I mean, we got Justin Tucker still. I'm going to run this ball. I have 3 timeouts. I'm going to run this ball down their throat after I throw a bomb here to Zay Flowers because they're pressing on Zay Flowers. Who's the superstar that's on him? I can't see that. Zay Flowers is going to beat that guy. Oh, that's a terrible throw from Lamar. Terrible throw. 2nd and 10. He was actually kind of locked up there. I thought he had him. 2nd and 10. We're going to give the screen here to Derrick Henry, who doesn't have an X Factor. He just has the superstar abilities, but that's fine. Get to the outside. I really thought number 72 was actually going to move up the field there and block for me, but I guess he didn't. I'll take a timeout. 2nd down and 9. I'm looking for Andrews. He's not going to get open. I need to step up in this pocket. Move with Lamar. He's going to run into field goal range. I'm going to take a timeout here. 25 seconds left. I'm going to run the ball with Henry, and then I'm going to spike it. I just need to get a little bit closer into field goal range to help out. That step up in that pocket was so clean. Yes, I'm glazing myself. Derrick Henry, great block up the field. This is going to help Justin Tucker so much as I'm going to run down the clock to 2 seconds, and then I will spike the ball. 3 seconds left for Justin Tucker to kick this game winner. The Cowboys will be able to ice us. He usually has the ice ability, but I don't know if they're yeah, they're going to ice us here. So Justin Tucker is iced. Usually he does have the iced ability. I think it's just going to be focused kicker here. So I'm going to use that. I really don't mess with focused kicker because it always throws me off, but it's up and I shanked the kick because I don't like focused kicker for this reason. And we're going to overtime because I shanked the kick with Justin Tucker. Defense needs my help. I'm not hopping into this. I'll play on the offense whenever I get the chance. Overtime alert. I can't believe I choked that. I'm so upset. Anyways, we're going to go into overtime. I'm going to get a touchdown, get a 2-point conversion, and just end the game. 1st and 10. Let's see what we got here. I'll go out to Henry to the right side. Move up field. I was about to say Derrick Henry. I meant Mark Andrews. Nice block. 2nd and 1. I can just run the ball down their throats. I think I'm just going to do that. Or I can just be greedy and run play action with Lamar because, you know, it's Lamar. Oh, no. No way you're faster than Lamar. Move up field. Lamar fumbles the ball. We get the ball. Thankfully, Isaiah Likely falls on it, and it is thankfully 1st down. I don't know how I got out of that one. 1st and 10. Let's see what we got. We got to step up with Lamar. Lamar, please get away. And he fumbles the ball again, and I'm bailed out again. No way. They don't have any 2nd level help here, so I'm just going to run it with Henry. Even though it's 2nd and 15, I don't care. I'm still running it with Henry. He's going to move us up to 3rd and 9. Call me crazy, but I think I'm just going to run it with Henry again so I can make it a more manageable 3rd and 9. Never mind. It's going to be an easy 1st down for Derrick Henry on 3rd down and 9. I don't know why the AI keeps telling me to pick pass plays whenever I can just keep running it with Derrick Henry over and over. Amazing block up the field by Zay Flowers. Derrick Henry's speed has gone down in overall, but it doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure the timer doesn't matter in overtime. I know it's like, oh, maybe it's a 2-minute drill. I don't care. I'm just going to keep audibling to a Derrick Henry run because they literally can't stop it right now. I mean, 2nd and 7, but it's fine with me. Derrick Henry is gassed. I'm wondering if they're actually going to pull him or if I can just step up in the pocket again with Lamar to the outside. Don't you dare fumble that ball again. 3rd and inches for Lamar. If he had fumbled there, I would have been so screwed. Derrick Henry is gassed. Why do you keep this man in the game? And also, you're running this huge set to defend against it, yet you have no nose guard for Derrick Henry. I'm just going to keep pushing it with Derrick Henry if you're going to keep allowing it. Derrick Henry, get out of the game, dude. You're gassed. You know what? I'll just give you the touchdown anyways because I just feel silly today. Or not. Actually, B is going to be wide open. We'll take that. That's going to be Tez Walker in the back of the end zone. 30-31. That is not going to be the game. We are going to go full game here, and we are going to finish this one off. Even the AI knows. Do I take a timeout? Just to give Henry, oh, Henry's not even in the game. I want all my starters in the game for this. Henry, rest up. I'm going to take the timeout. No, I'm not taking a field goal, AI. What are you talking about? Henry is rested up. He is in the game. I think I'm still going to roll out. Are they going to put a spy on me? No, they're not going to put a spy on me. What idiots not putting a spy on Lamar Jackson. 32-31, as we should be able to win the Super Bowl. Actually, yeah, we will win the Super Bowl with that overtime rule. I forgot we were in overtime. I saw the 32 seconds as we win our 3rd Super Bowl of the rebuild. This was better than my other rebuild that had the corrupted file. I won 2 back-to-back there, but I won 3 here with Lamar Jackson, Nate Wiggins, TJ Tampa, and all the other guys. So great rebuild for us. Super nice way to end it out. Even though I shanked that field goal, I still redeemed myself. Derrick Henry wins the Super Bowl MVP. He's probably going to retire. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP. Gets his 3rd ring of the rebuild. That was a sick rebuild. Let me know, guys, down below which team you want me to rebuild next. And before this rebuild ends out, I was looking to see if Derrick Henry retired. I mean, he just got 3 rings. He's regressing into the ground. Surprised he didn't. But anyways, guys, I thank you guys all for watching the rebuild once again. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.